confusing the compass needle as well. So I'm not sure I can trust in that bearing. What I do know is I took a left. So, at least I have that to go on. I did promise the commanders that I wouldn't stray too far from camp when I'm alone. But I'm not alone. I'm on the hunt for a source of water, and I'm taking you, whoever will listen to this, with me for the journey. So, technically, I'm keeping my promise while getting results. Hopefully. Hopefully getting results. It isn't like I have any real reason to be concerned about my safety. Like I had mentioned, there have been no encounters with wildlife as of yet. Then again, I've been wrong before. It would be just my luck to end up being wrong again. But I've survived Mercutio, ergo I could likely survive anything. The little devil. Let there be light! It appears we've reached a choice to make. Left or right? I'd rather not go in a circle. Right it is. Left, then right. Left, then right. Left, then right. Okay. So, anyways, I hadn't had any previous luck taking a right initially, where I first chose to go left. My left, note upon return. Never mind, I know what I mean. I hadn't gone too far that way in any case. Only today did I figure out the loophole in my promise, and in terms of balancing my very busy schedule, I figure that it's best not to spend all my time fretting over dehydration. Going prematurely mad is not in my plans. There are some interesting mineral formations on the ceiling. It may be worth taking a sample to submit on my way back. They're a sort of bluish white, and they seem to form in hexagonal clusters about 3 to 4 centimeters in length. Quite pretty. Pretty enough to understand the appeal of geology, if only for a moment. No offense to geologists, of course. No luminescence is visible from the formations. My torch is the only current source of light. I suppose luminescence would have been too much to hope for. It is rather dark this way. Miles wouldn't like it. I don't think Miles likes many things, comes to think of it. There's a grumpy individual if you ever did see one. But a decent traveling companion when the mood strikes them. Dead end. I'll make a mental note. That's annoying. Back the way we came, then. It might have done me good to bring Cal along. Most of their functions may be rusty at present, but they still have the sensors for these sorts of things. Or perhaps I should have brought the commander. Navigations and all. I'm still not too far. And I have you, don't I? My trusty comms friend. Even if you're not one for conversation, it's a brooding type. Strong and silent. I can work with that. And I can be fairly sure that I'm... Well, I must not have been paying attention as well as I thought. I've just come up against another dead end where I thought... No, where the entrance to the passage should be. Where it just was. It can't have just filled behind me. I would have heard a crash. Right? Same crystals. Perhaps a bit more on the indigo side than I had originally noticed. No more or less lacking luminescence. Alright. Perhaps I took a turn and passed it. I'll retrace my steps. What you're looking for is always in the last place you check, right? Do you hear that? That sounds like... sounds like wishful thinking. No, I could have sworn. I'm not mad. I'm not. Don't you look at me like that. You're a bundle of wires and metal. You're not capable of going mad, only getting broken. I wonder which is worse. Well, I hadn't noticed that before. There's an offshoot path here. In between, I suppose in between dead ends. It would have to lead deeper into the cave. I can't... This doesn't make any sense. I can't make out anything inside. Very dark, but there's a draft, meaning it must lead outside. No daylight, however. Well, of course there's no daylight, Felix. Remember why you're here in the first place. That doesn't make any sense, does it? The wind from that passage seems to have turned off, just like that. I should just go back the way I came. Yes, that's what I should do. Wait. Am I hearing that right? Not right now, thank you. I could do without the difficult decision. Fine then. I'll just... God, couldn't make these caves any smaller. Yahtzee. I'll have to ensure this is potable first. Or if I can make it potable, I'm sure it will be fine. Either way, this is a good sign for our continued survival. What was that? I've got enough of this to test, but the only problem is I don't know that I could find it again. I almost certainly don't know where I am. Whoa, wait. What? I'm sorry, I just felt a shift there. It startled me. There's obviously an explanation for this, but I don't think I'm in any state to continue this trip. I need to get back to camp. Next time, if I ever come back this way, I'm bringing someone else. Wait. There. But I had just looked through. See the passage anymore where I got the water. Can you? Of course you can't. I'm talking to myself. I bet no one will ever even listen to these. It isn't as if you care. You let this happen in the first place. Sent us somewhere new without contingencies, and I'll bet you still don't feel responsible. It's there. You can't see it from this angle, but it's there. You just can't see it in the dark. I need to go. I need to leave. Left or right? I swear, this doesn't... What was that goddamn sound? No. No. You shouldn't hear this. Am I transmitting, or... is this just a recording, or...
We're just looking for you.
I know. I lost track of time.
Alex was worried sick. We thought we heard you yell.
Well, that's very kind of her, but
Felix, are you okay? Did something happen out there?
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, next time, maybe take one of us with you, or at least tell us when you'll be back.
Sure. In any case, it was a success. Water, fresh, hopefully potable.
That's great. That's a relief. Okay. Where did you find it?
Oh, funny you should ask, actually.
Oh?
Yes, I was fine, but along the way I got a little lost. It wasn't anything to be concerned about, but I may have a little trouble finding it again.
Oh.
But don't worry. I kept the recorder running.
Oh, well, that's good. Definitely makes my job a lot easier.
Well, yes, and I wasn't alone.
Right.
And perhaps if I give this a listen, it would help me figure out where I got turned around. Nothing a second journey couldn't fix.
Not alone this time.
Not alone the first time, because I personified my comms. But yes, I see your point.
Well, let's give it a listen, then.
Okay. It should be my most recent input. Let's see here. There. Dr. Felix Augustine Couvillion, recording Chronicling log 2, I suppose. So it hasn't been long. I am currently, well, I don't know exactly where I am. My analog compass.
Felix?
Yes?
Was that the end of the recording?
No, definitely not.
Then why did you stop talking?
I didn't stop talking. I kept it running the whole time. I only turned it off just before I saw you.
Well, something must have happened, then. Can I see it?
Sure.
Well, it doesn't look like a corrupted file. In fact, everything seems to be working fine. Out here, at least. Maybe this storm messed with your comms, too, somehow, where maybe there's some good conductors in the stone. Deeper in the cave that could have thrown off your signal. Or maybe...
Or it could have been my own fault.
Well, it happens to the best of us, Felix.
Well, finding that source again just got infinitely harder, didn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we have time before the search becomes urgent, and at least we know it exists. Hopefully we never really have to worry about it at all.
That doesn't make it any less frustrating, though, does it?
Well, technology is wonderful when it works. I appreciate the fact that you were recording anything at all. I know the code protocol must be a pain.
Well, strange as it sounds, I'm glad these protocols exist. It makes it seem like an effort is being made to keep things sorted, I suppose.
Keeping our ducks in a row.
Precisely.
Well, I can only hope. I've never had to run a crew-wide chronicling operation before outside of a drill. I was hoping I'd never have to.
One narrator of this comedy of errors should have been enough.